Hi everyone, it's Brad and welcome to week number 5 of MUS 223. It's hard to believe we are already at the week 5 point in this course, but here we are. And in week 5 we're going to be studying romantic music, music from about 1820, 1825, somewhere in that area, until around 1900. We're going to explore the period including nationalism, exoticism, Verismo, which you may be familiar with as a term from Starbucks, but it's a type of opera that we'll be talking about this week. Verismo means truth in Latin, and so we'll look at how true life stories make their way into opera, and some other things we'll be talking about with romantic music as well. So let's go ahead and look at our module here for week 5. We'll be talking about musical elements as we have been in every week of the course, and how those musical elements combine to make what we have come to know as an American sound. What does it mean for music to be American? And then we're going to place music from different countries in Europe too, as based on their sound, based on their style. And we're going to compare some European musical development to American musical development. And you're going to be doing some musical analysis also. Here's your module overview for week number 5. I won't go through this point by point. I really want to spend time on the discussion board post for week 5 and then the milestone in this video. So I'll let you read your module overview. Make sure you read that. It's going to give you a pretty clear picture of what you're going to be studying in week 5. Our discussion board post for week 5 deals with American art music and some composers here. Antonin Dvorak and Smetana and Mussorgsky. Smetana was from what was known back then as Bohemia, and then Russia is Mussorgsky and Dvorak. And so we're going to be looking at their music and juxtaposing that type of music with American music. Here's the first part of the assignment. You're going to listen to Dvorak, you're going to listen to some Mussorgsky and some Smetana, and you're going to find differences between what is considered Bohemian, Russian, and American sounds. And then you're going to type about that. You're going to talk about that in your post. Maybe that's your first paragraph or first couple of paragraphs. And then also as a part of the week 5 assignment, you're going to choose a piece of music you think best depicts America. And what makes it American? You need to describe that by using musical elements. So there's 2 parts to the week 5 discussion board post. You're going to listen to this music, Bohemian, Russian, American sounds, and then you're going to determine why those types of music sound the way they do by these composers, Dvorak, Mussorgsky, Smetana. And then you're going to choose a piece of music. It could be a popular piece of music, it could be an older piece of music. It's up to you. That sounds American to you, and then you're going to describe through musical elements why that music sounds American. And then responding to your peers, offer additional suggestions on the work they chose. Do you agree or disagree with their assessment of the use of musical elements? So keep your conversations focused on the elements of the music, and you'll do well on the week 5 discussion board post. And make sure to include a reference with your discussion board post as well. Now let's look at the milestone 2 academic analysis. I'm sorry, the milestone 3. I've been saying milestone 2. We just finished milestone 2. This is milestone 3. Here's your rubric. It gives you all the elements that you'll need to meet and the scoring. And then you're going to talk about why this piece was composed. Was the work meant to tell a story? If so, that's called program music. And program music became very prominent in the Romantic period, which you'll see in your readings and listings this week. What was the story meant to musically interpret? And then some of this music was composed for ballet, opera, theater, and then you're going to talk about that. What was the purpose of the piece of music you selected? Was it composed for opera? Was it composed for ballet? Was it an orchestral work? Was it program music? Was it not program music? So you're going to discuss all those things. And in that discussion, make sure you meet all of these elements. We've talked about this before. You need to use at least 3 additional sources besides your text. I've noticed in the past milestone assignment, some people did not include any references at all or sources. Some people included 1, some included 2, a few people included 3. If you use your text as a source, you have to include at least 3 others to receive full points in the articulation of response element of your paper. 2 pages, double spacing, all of that, citations in APA style. Most of you, if not all of you, are meeting the 2-page guideline. That's great. Make sure you include sources, and you have to include 3 sources other than your text. So if you're including your text, that would be 4. And that's a very quick overview for week 5. The 2 main parts of week 5 that you're going to submit: your discussion board post on American art music, which we've talked about. Milestone 3 assignment. This is the last milestone before we combine all this together in week 7 and make a complete paper. Along the way, if you have any questions, you need some guidance or feedback on any work you're doing, if you want to submit things to me and have me read them before you make a final submission for a grade, I'm more than willing to take the time to look over your work and give you some tips and suggestions before you submit. So just know that that's also an option to you. Thank you, and good luck in week 5.